SBA Publications.
Hello, my dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are happy and healthy in your home. And I hope you all are doing very well in your studies as well. This is your mentor, Suni Sati, and today with me, we will start our chapter number 5. And the name of our chapter is Adobe Photoshop CS6. So, this is basically our application in which we have so many features which helps to edit so many images. So let's start our chapter. In this chapter, we will learn Adobe Photoshop interface, no Adobe Photoshop palettes, no Adobe Photoshop tool panel, no basic image editing techniques. So, Adobe Photoshop is an image editing application software. It allows you to create, magnify, combine, and optimize digital images. It is mainly used by professionals, designers, photographers, graphic producers, and web developers for creating and editing images. Adobe Photoshop CS6 is a popular image editing software that provides a work environment consistent with Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign, Adobe Photoshop, and other products in the Adobe Creative Suite. Here you will learn how to get started, how to use the interface, and how to modify images with basic editing skills. So, first we have getting started. So, how do we start it? Begin by opening Adobe Photoshop CS6. Open on a PC. Click Start, then Programs, then Adobe, then Photoshop CS6, or click on the shortcut on the desktop. On a Mac, click Go, Applications, Adobe Photoshop CS6, then Photoshop CS6 shown in figure 1, and then click the icon in the dock. Now after that, as we can see, this is how we can open Adobe Photoshop CS6. Now setting up the document. To create a new document, click File, then New, and this will open the document setup dialog box, and here you will be able to name your file, set up the correct page size and orientation for your document. Option includes. Now page size and orientation. Change the page size and typing in new values for width and height. Page size represent the final size you want. After bleeds or trimming other marks outside the page, in the preset drop down menu you can find such common sizes as letter, legal, tabloid, etc. Typing in exact value for highest and width. For height and width gives you more control over the size and orientation of your page. So about page size and orientation, we understand that in this we can change the direction, we can change the size and so many more things of page. Now resolution is the number of pixels on a printed area of an image. The higher the resolution, the more pixels there are on the page, the better the quality of the image. However, the high resolution increases the size of the file as well. Now the standard recommends resolution for printed images 150 to 300. For web pages, for web images it is 72 only. Now color mode, it helps to choose the color and it helps to find the best fit of our project. For example, when making a graphic for a website, choose RGB. When making an image for print, choose CMYK. Now we have background contents. So in background contents, choose the background, for example, white, color or transparent. Then when you have entered all of your documents setting, then click OK. Now opening an image from a disk, if we are having any already existing file, any already existing image, we can open that from a disk to our project. So if the image you have is saved on a disk or to a computer, select file, then go to open and then navigate to the disk drive file location where your image is saved. Now choose the image file and click then open, and at this point you may want to save your image under a different name so that you can always have the original to fall back on in case of mistake. To save your file, select file, then save as, then type in the new name file in the dialog box. So this is how you can change the name of the file as well. Now we have the interface layout. So this is the particular interface we will see when we will open Adobe. So here we have main menu at the top of the interface, then palettes, then colors, then layers, then history, then toolbar, then image, and this is image name, that means title. Okay, let's understand one by one. Menu bar. If you look at the top of the screen, you will see the menu bar which contains all the main function of Photoshop, that is file, edit, image, layer, select file, etc. Okay, now toolbar. Most of the major tools are located in the toolbar for easy access, for quick access. Okay, so that is why we are having a toolbar. Then the image will appear in its own window once you open a file. So whatever you will change there, you will see in the only image window. Now image name, the name of any image that you open will be at the top of the image window. Okay. Now palettes. Palettes contain functions that help you to monitor and modify images. So it is having so many functions which will help us to modify image, to edit image. By default, palettes are stacked together in groups. These are the palettes that are usually visible. What are these? Color, adjustment and layers. If none of the palettes are visible, go to window in the menu bar and then choose the palettes you need. Then below is the description of the most commonly used palettes in Adobe Photoshop CS6. So we can see here these are the palettes. Okay. Now here we have layers, color. The color palette displays the current foreground and background colors and RGB values for these colors. You can use the slider to change the foreground and background in different color modes. Now swatches. In the swatches palette, you can choose a foreground or background color and add a customized color to the library. So basically, we can make a new customized color from the swatches. Now style, the style palettes allow you to view, select and apply preset layer styles. By default, a preset style replaces the current layer style. You can use this style in the palette or add your own using the create new style icon. Then we have history. Again, history will show you the last editing, last change you made. So the history palette stores and displays each action performed, allowing you to jump to any recent stage of the image alteration. The alteration should be created during the current working session. After saving or closing the document, the history palette clears all the content. Now each time you apply a change to an image, the new state of that image is added to the palette. It is important to note that once you click on any of the previous stages, all the changes that were made after it will be lost. Okay, so when you are going to the previous one, so your after one will get deleted, or you can say clear. Then we have adjustment. So the adjustment layers palette give you the ability to apply an effect to a group of layers in Photoshop, and then you can edit that effect later while preserving the original layers. Now we have layers. Now what are the layers? So basically, layers let you organize your work into distinct levels that can be edited and viewed as individual units. Every Photoshop CS6 document contains at least one layer. Creating multiple layers lets you easily control how your artwork is printed, displayed and edited. So you will use the layers palette often while creating a document, so it is crucial to understand the what it does and how to use it. Now we have layer visibility. So the eye shows that the selected layer is visible. Click on or off to see or to hide a layer. Now layer locking option. Here click the checkered square icon to lock transparency. Click the brush icon to lock the image. Click the arrow icon to lock the position and click the lock icon to look all options. Okay, to lock all options. Now, layers blending mode defines how the layer pixels blend with underlying pixels in the image. By choosing a particular blending mode from the drop down menu, you can create a variety of special effects. Now, fill is used to fill anything. Okay, so by typing in a value or dragging the slider, you can specify the transparency with the help of fill. Now, opacity, by typing in a value or dragging the slider, you can specify the transparency of the entire layer. Now, layer lock, the icon shows when the layer is locked and disappears when it is unlocked. Double click the icon to unlock the layer. Now, layer options menu, click the black triangle to display the following option, that is new layer, duplicate layer, delete layer, layer properties, etc. Some of the options are presented as icon at the bottom of the layers palette. Now we have link layers. Link layers can be used to link layers together. Layer style. Every layer has a style and F icon shows at the bottom of the layer palette. Click the little black triangle to see style option. Now layer mask. Layer mask is the area fundamental tool and layer mask is area fundamental tool in image manipulation. They allow you to selectively modify the opacity of the layer they belong to. Now layer set. This option helps to organize images with the multiple layers. Click the icon to create a folder for several layers. Now create new fill or adjustment layer. Have the same opacity and blending mode options as image layers and can be rearranged, deleted, hidden and duplicated in the same manner as image layers. Now click the icon and select an option to create a new fill or adjustment layer. Now create new layer. Click this icon to create a new layer. Delete layer. To delete a layer, select a layer in the layers palette and drag it to the trash can icon or select a layer and click the icon. Now after this we have Adobe Photoshop tools. So now we have so many tools in our Adobe Photoshop which help us to edit our image. So this is our tool panel in which all tools are settled. First we have Marquee tool, then we have Move tool, then Lasso tool, then Magic Wand tool, then Crop tool, then Eyedropper tool, then Spot Healing Brush tool, Paint Brush tool, Clone Stamp tool, History Brush tool, Eraser tool, Paint Bucket, Blur tool, Dodge tool, Pen tool, Type tool, Path tool, Rectangle tool, Hand tool, Zoom tool, Foreground color, and the last one is background color. So that was about our toolbox in which all the tools are present. Now let's understand the tools and their works and how to use them. So that means step to use them. First we have icon and this tool is move tool. Okay, so move tool helps to move selection, layers and guides. Used to select and move object on the page. Click the tool button, then click on any object on the page you wish to move. Now marquee used to select an object by drawing a rectangle or an ellipse around it. Click the tool button, choose a rectangular or an elliptical marquee and then drag the marquee over the area of the image you wish to select. Now we have lasso. So the lasso tools make fresh hand polygonal selection. Select an object by drawing a freehand border around it and you will see the image get selected. Now click the tool button, drag to draw a freehand border around the area of the image you wish to select. Now magic wand. The magic wand tool selects a similarly colored areas. So those which are similarly colored. For example, this is in yellow color. By specifying the color range or tolerance, you can control what the magic wand tool selects. Then we have crop. We all know crop is used to crop the image. It trims the image. So, click the tool button, then click and drag the tool over the part of the image that you want to keep. Then resize the selection area, dragging the squares at the sides and corners. Click the return or enter key when your crop box is sized correctly, and you will see then your image has been trimmed. Now eyedropper. The eyedropper tool samples color in an image. For example, we have to take this color and we have to fill this color in another portion. So you can click it. Okay, you can use it. Now select the tool, click on the color in the image you wish to sample. The color box will display this color. Now we have alteration tool. So this is our icon, which is healing brush. Healing brush helps to correct small blemishes in scanned photos. Select the tool and hold down the Alt key and left click on the base color you need to heal. Then left click over the blemish, and then you will see the blemish problem has been solved. Now brush. The brush tool paints brush strokes. Select the tool and click on the selected area. Now drag to draw lines. Use the option bar to change the brush mode, opacity and flow. Then we have clone stamp tool. In this is used with we have the clone stamp tool, which paints with a sample of an image. So for example, we have takes a sample of an image and applies over another image or a part of the image. Select the tool, then hold down the Alt key and left click on the certain point of the document where you want to start your copy point, and then click and then put your mouse over whatever part of the new document you want the picture to go. Now hold down the left mouse button and drag the mouse across the page to copy the picture. Now we have art history brush. So the art history brush tool paints with stylish strokes that stimulate the look of different paint style using a selected state or snapshot. So here we can see the step. Select the tool, then specify the brush, the blending mode, then opacity, style, area and tolerance. Now we have eraser. Again we know eraser used to remove something or erase something. So the eraser tool erases pixel and restores parts of an image to a previously saved state. Now select the tool, click on the part of the image you wish to erase. Now drag to erase the pixels and you will see the image is getting erased. Then we have paint bucket. So paint bucket helps to fill the color in a selected part of the image or to entire layer sometimes. So select the layer you wish to apply the paint bucket to. Now click the tool button, click on the starting point and then click the area in which you wish to fill. Now we have blur. So blur helps to sharp edges of an image. It blurs the sharp edges of an image. Select an area where you wish to apply the tool. Now click the tool button and choose the brush mode and strength. Now drag the brush along the edges and you will see your edges of the image will get blurred. Now we have some drawing and selection tools. So see here we have first icon, that is path selection. So what it does, the path selection tools makes a shape or segment selection showing anchor points, direction lines and direction points. So steps are select path and path segments, then select the tool, then click anywhere on the path. Now next is type. Type is used to add some text in our image. The type tools create type on an image. For example, here we can see this is sample. So see here, select the type tool, click on the page and begin to type. You can specify the font size in the option bar. Now you can also resize and transform the text box by dragging the squares at the sides and the corner. Use the move tool to move the text on the page by just clicking and dragging. Okay, this is how you do the type in your picture. Now we have pen. Pen is used to let you draw smooth edges path. Okay. So firstly select the tool, then click on the page and drag to draw a path or any image, any picture. Now click and drag the anchor points to modify the path. Now we have line shape. So this is line tool, draw lines in a normal layer or a shape layer. So with the help of this we can make so many shapes. Okay. Draw a straight line. Other shapes that are hidden in this tool are rounded, rectangle tool, ellipse tool, polygonal tool, polygon tool, line tool and custom shape tool. Select the tool, click and drag on the page to draw a line. After this we have two more tools which are given here, that is hand. It allows you to move around within the image. Select the tool, then click on the spot of the page and then hold the mouse button down, drag to move in the area. And next one is magnify, which has the icon of magnifying tool. Okay. So it magnifies or reduces the display of any area in your image window. Select the tool, then choose zoom in or zoom out in the picture option bar. Now click on the area of the image you wish to magnify or reduce. Now we have the basic image editing. With the help of this Adobe Photoshop CS6 application software, we can make and we can create, we can edit our images. So we can basically do basic image editing. That is very important and easy to understand for every student. So let's understand the same thing in this topic. Now that you know how to find your way to around in the Adobe Photoshop CS6 interface and are familiar with the most common commands, palettes and tools, you can start doing some basic image editing. Now you will learn how to crop, resize, correct and sharpen, blur your images. So first we have palettes. On the right side of the Photoshop window, this is a separate area for the palettes. There are floating dialog boxes with different options to help user to edit the image. So here we have cropping image. Now we have cropping image. Cropping is one of the most basic editing techniques that can improve your images. Cropping helps to bring out the most important features in your image and focus the viewer's attention on these features. Now, cropping also allows you to make your image a standard photo size. There are several ways to crop images in Adobe Photoshop. First we have cropping with the crop tool, then cropping to a specific size, then cropping with the marquee tool. So let's start. First we have cropping with the crop tool. The crop tool allows you to make a precise selection of an image you wish to edit. To crop with the crop tool, follow the given step. Firstly, just open the image which you want to crop. Now see getting started for detailed instruction. After that, select the crop tool from the toolbox. Then it will automatically select your entire image. Drag the edges to fit the dimension you desire. For example, this was the image and this is the image we wish to crop. Then we have resize the border by dragging the squares at the sides and corners until you are satisfied with the way your image looks. Once you are completely satisfied with your cropped image, press enter. Then you will see your image will get cropped. Now we have cropping to a specific size. So if you wish to print your digital photos or other images on standard size photo paper, you will have to crop your image to a specific size such as 8 into 10. To crop an image to a specific size, do the following. Firstly, again open the image you wish to crop, then select the crop tool from the toolbox. Then in the option bar, specify the values. That means you have to customize the value of width and the height, that is figure of the photograph, and then you will see your image will get cropped. Click in your image and drag the cropping border. Notice that the border is constrained. You cannot make it wider or longer than the specific values. For example, if you enter 8 for width and 10 for height, whatever size you make the border, the area within it will fit on 8 into 10 photo. Now, once you are completely satisfied with your crop image, press enter. Then we have the third thing in cropping, that is cropping with the marquee tool. If you are in a hurry and need just a simple crop, then you can use the marquee tool and a menu command to crop with the marquee tool. Follow the given steps. First we have open the image you wish to crop. Then select the rectangular marquee tool from the toolbox, or we can say C selection tool. Then click and drag the mouse to draw a marquee around the area you wish to crop. Now in the main menu, go to image, then crop. The image will be immediately cropped. Then we have resizing image. That means we can even change the size of the image. Resizing in Photoshop can help you print your images in standard photo sizes, resize and preserve the high quality of digital photos, and enlarge small images to poster size. So you can make an image large and as well as small. Now resizing to a specific size. To resize your image to a present size, follow the given steps. That is, in the main menu, go to the file and then go to the new. In the new dialog box, click on the preset drop down menu. You will see several preset sizes such as 2 into 3, 4 into 6 and 5 into 7. Remember that 72 ppi is fine for online images, but a ppi of 150 to 300 is better for printed image. So here is the data that which one is more good in which kind of paper. Okay. Now choose the size that you wish to crop. Now choose the size that you wish to resize and then click OK. Now we can create our own size as well. To create your own size, do the following. Type in the values for width and height, for example 7 into 5. Type in your desired resolution, that is 150 ppi for high quality prints and 72 ppi is good for web images. Then click the Save Preset button. Then we have resizing digital photos. So digital photos usually have large dimensions but low resolution, 72 ppi, which affects their quality when their size is decreased or increased. When printed, the photos with the changed size will look pixelated. That means it will look with the pixels. Now, to resize the digital photos without losing the quality, follow these steps. Open the digital photo you wish to resize. Then in the main menu, go to View, then Rulers. Then you will see the dimension of your photo. And after that, in the main menu, go to Image, then Image Size. In the Image Size dialog box, check the Resample image box off. Then type in your desired solution. For example, anything between 150 and 300 ppi. The photo is now 3.208 into 3.083 inches. And you will see you will get a proper image, okay, without any pixelated problem. Now we have enlarging image. If you want to make your digital photo into a poster size image, you can do it in the image size dialog box. However, just increasing the dimension will make the image appear blurry and pixelated. To enlarge the image without losing the quality, follow the steps. Open the digital image you wish to enlarge. Then in the main menu, go to Image, then again Image Size. After that, in the Image Size dialog box, make sure the Resample Image box is checked off and choose Bicubic Smoother from the drop-down box. You can see here as well, the picture is given of the same. Now change the document size measurement to percent. Now type in 110. This will increase the size of the image by 10%. Now continue enlarging by 10% until you are satisfied with the size. Now we have features of Photoshop. So revised user-friendly interface. It is a very user-friendly interface. Photo editing and photo manipulation is lesser time and with little effort. Now powerful tools to enlist and change the color of an image by adjusting the brightness and contrast, color balance, full and saturation, levels, curves, etc. Crop or resize picture without losing the quality of an image is again the feature of a Photoshop. Remove the unwanted object from the picture using vanishing point tool and create graphics for web application with reduced file size, thereby helping in faster and loading of the website. Then layer effects preserve the original state of an image while manipulating another version of the through layer of it through layer. Now red eye removal. Again here we have a feature in which we can remove the red color in eye, redness of eye. Digital cameras tend to cause various problems such as red eye or hot spots. If you use flash or under exposure, if you don't, in Photoshop you can correct these problems as well as adjust the overall color of your digital photo. Now the digital camera flash is located right above the lens, which causes the red eye. However, you can fix your photos easily in Photoshop. To remove the red eye, follow the given steps. Firstly, open a photo in which you wish to correct the redness. Now select the zoom tool from the toolbox. Now click and drag the rectangle around the eye. Make sure your default foreground and background colors are black and white. So you have to be sure that your default foreground and background color should be black and white. Now click and hold on the little black triangle of the heading brush tool button and select the red eye tool. And after that, click on the red part of the eye and paint. Holding down the mouse button, you will see how the red eye disappears. Here is the picture given of the same. Now we have hotspot removal. Using a flash can also cause shiny areas on people's faces or the flash to reflect the shiny surfaces. To correct this problem, here we have some steps. So, firstly open the photo you wish to correct. Then select the clone stamp tool from the toolbox. Now in the option bar, change the blend mode from the normal to darken as shown in the figure. And then you can remove the flash as well. Set the opacity to 50%. Choose a soft edge brush. Set the diameter to 40 or 50. Hold down the shift key and click in the clean area without hotspots to get a sample of color. Then we have clone stamp selection. So if we are having an image in which there is no flashlight, we can make it as well with the help of editing. See here, paint over the hotspot, the light area will gradually darken. Adding flash. If you took pictures indoors without a flash, they will turn out underexposed and dark. To fix underexposed photos or dark photos, follow the given step. Open a digital photo you wish to correct. Then in the main menu, go to layers, duplicate in the next window, name the layer 1. Now after that, make sure layer 1 is selected in the layers palette. Select image from the menu. Now select adjustment and select exposure. Select the amount of exposure, then the whole image will lighten. Now keep duplicating layer 1 until you are satisfied with your image. Now after completing whole the procedure, we have to save our file. Okay, we have to save our project. Remember to save your work often. Saving frequently lessen the risk of losing the work you have been doing. To save your Photoshop document, do the following. First of all, click File, then go to Save As option or navigate the place you would like to document to be saved by using the drop down menu and the navigation window. Now enter the name of your document in the Save As text file. Save as text field. Now choose a format to save your project in the format drop down menu, that is figure. Then click the save button in the bottom right corner of the dialog box. And students, by here we have completed our chapter. Now on the basis of above discussed chapter, we have key points. Let's understand and rememorize our concept. So first we have Adobe Photoshop CS6 is photo editing program. Okay, we all know that. Now it is developed and published by Adobe Systems. Components of Photoshop CS6 are Tool Panel, Menu Bar, Option Bar and Document Window panels. Now Selection Tool includes Rectangular Marquee Tool, Move Tool, Magic Wand Tool, Lasso Tool, Alteration Tool, Brush Tool, History Brush Tool and Clone Stamp Tool, Blur Tool. Then Drawing Tool includes Pen Tool, Path Selection Tool. Now color swatches, style, history, adjustment layers are the different palette of Adobe Photoshop. Basic image editing, which is very important, includes cropping, resizing, enlarging, red eye removal, hotspot removal. So student, that was all about our chapter. In today's class, we will learn this much only. Now, on the basis of above chapter, we are provided with the back exercise of the same chapter that you people have to do by yourself with the help of the concept I just discussed above. Now students, I will meet you in the next video with another amazing chapter. I hope each and every concept of this chapter is totally clear to you. If you found any query in any part, please go once again to this video so that your concept is totally clear. Now we will meet you in the next video. Till then, keep on learning, stay healthy, take care, bye bye.